Advisor Professor. Today my topic is about modern tall wood buildings, opportunities for innovation. I divide my presentation into this part. After introduction, I will talk about tall wood buildings potential, tall wood buildings and carbon, and cost and cautions. Modern tall wood buildings is a new type of building appeared in 21st century. In fact, most building codes now limit wood structure to normal 4 or 6 stories. However, the new technology of wood structure can increase to 40 stories or more. And it's enabled by European development of large panels as known as post-laminated timber. In recent years, many people start concerned about climate issue and gradually realize the positive environmental attributes of wood, which include low carbon emission and massive carbon storage. And it lead more interesting. It's lead more people's interested in using wood, and it's necessary to consider about its durability, performance, and long-term impact. And to keep evaluating, testing, and reporting is a key to ensure the safety, realization, and potential benefit of this new innovation. Then I will talk about the background of wood structure and CLT panels and its innovation. Actually, tall wood buildings are not a new concept. For instance, this wooden pagoda in China is a 9-story wooden structure completed in 1056. And this 80-story building is built of heavy timbers with a brick facade in 1906. Today it's used as an office building. And in 1980s and 1990s, there are some new types of engineered wood products, such as structural composite lumber, wood eye joints, and thick composite panels. And these new types of wood products lead to an increasing in number of 4 to 5-story wood frame building. While wood framing dominates single family and low-rise structure, most tall buildings still made of steel and concrete. But the rules of the game have changed. And the game changer is post-laminated timber, or you can call it CLT. As this picture shows, you can see the CLT is made of number of layers of lumber, and the layer put at right angle to one another, and it can as large as 60 feet by 10 and 20 inches thick. And why people love CLT panels? Because it combines of advantage of large size load bearing, stability, fire resistance, long-term carbon storage, and renewability. And soon, architects and engineers discover that if they use CLT panels to build wood buildings, then it can as tall as 40 stories. As this picture shows, we only have this type of wood building before, light wood frame and posts and beams. And now we can have massive timber structure with CLT panels. Next, I will talk about tall wood buildings and potential. Include potential of lighter weight of wood use, wood resource, and waste wood use. Lighter weight. Many people know that wood has much lighter weight than So in this picture, this building is a wood structure and with concrete foundation. The first floor and second floor of this building is made of concrete, and upper story was made from wood. And because the wood is lighter, because the lighter weight of wood, you can increase the building height and without reinforcement. It means you can save the cost of material. Then is the potential of wood use. There is an estimate of the near-term potential for increased wood use. If we build this type of building with wood, then we can have wood volume annually is 60.8 to 7.6 billion board feet. And when talk about the wood use, many people will question about the sufficiency of wood resource. Actually, in the U.S., 7% of gross excess of market demanded. And as this picture shows, you can see the net annual growth and net annual removals in the U.S. forests. And the difference is 110 billion board feet. In this case, there is considerable opportunity for sustainable increase in wood use. And in this picture, you can see many of trees have turned into red. And it is because this forest was impacted by this mountain pine beetle. This kind of dead and dying timber has few other markets, but it can be used in CLT panels. A small diameter timber can be used in producing CLT panels too. Next, I will talk about the tall wood buildings and carbon. I previously discussed the potential of wood use, and it also can estimate that if we use wood to replace other energy-intensive material, and how much carbon dioxide we can avoid. As this table shows, if we use wood to build buildings 7 to 50 stories in the U.S., then we can avoid 7 to 10 million metric tons of carbon dioxide. In other words, it's equivalent to removal 1.5 to 2.2 million vehicles from street or highway, or shutting down 3 coal-fired power plants for 1 year. Next is tall wood buildings and cost. This includes material cost, labor cost, and time cost. Material cost. There is a comparison between 20-story CLT and concrete building, and the cost estimated to be the same. Even though the market for CLT haven't competitive. And it was noted that if CLT panels have great supplier and great familiar with CLT, the cost of CLT building can be lower than concrete building. And what about the labor and time cost? There is an example in London. This 8-story CLT structure, the architect said that it just took 27 days for foremen to erect the timber portion. It's about 30% faster than concrete building. And here are some cautions of tall wood buildings. Because CLT building is a new system, so many people will question about the fire resistance and performance in earthquake. Actually, large wood will form an outer char layer when heated. With this layer, it allows wood exposed in fire about 2 or 3 hours without sacrificing its structural strength. And if there's need for extra protection, wood can be covered with sheet rock. And what about if earthquake happens? To date, tall wood buildings show well performance in a full range of tests, including a 7-story shake test in Japan. And wood may offer unique benefits in earthquake, such like resilience. It means wood may have well flexibility in earthquake. And in my conclusion, tall wood buildings have many advantages. It has potential to connect rural resources with urban communities, and have potential to support forest restoration, drive green building, address carbon emission reduction objectives. Also, wood is renewable. It further enhances its attractiveness as an 21st building material. And also, tall building provide new option for creation of tall structure. And it leads to a family of engineered wood products, such as CLT tall wood buildings. And before we end, I want to show you a project. This project called Hoho Vienna. Because it will be the tallest building in 2 years later. It can be as high as 84 meters in 24 stories. It combines the properties of hotel, restaurant, apartment, and office. It's little doubt that wood use will increase in high-rise structure and will be a greater role in buildings. Thanks for listening.
谢谢黄思佳同学为你所有的这个报告哈，这个关于那个。